Don't worry, I'm here now. I know for the last few months you've been cold and afraid, the uncertainty eating away at you, wondering what comes next. Well, I'm here to show you what comes next. It's issue 2 of Godslap, baby. I probably don't need to explain what Godslap is, you already know. It's our comic book series that's become more popular than the Bible. It's an international phenomenon. It's like soccer, but bigger. It's been 6 months since issue 1 dropped, and everyone who's read it has had their quality of life drastically improved, and everyone who's watched the Godslap animation has become just a generally better person. We thought it'd be fun to do another animation to celebrate issue 2's release today, so we teamed up with Sikowski Studios yet again to deliver a fun little trailer for it.
Out there, in the blinding emptiness, lay the answers to my untethered rage. Years of searching, of thinking, of biding my time. You see, waiting has no more value from this perspective. The fist must come down. Progress must be made. So nice to drop in.
That wet spot in your pants is completely normal, and yes, your ears didn't deceive you. The voice actor that we used for Defister was none other than Seadog VA, Connor, the boy wonder. Huge thanks to Connor for doing this for us. Now, Defister is Godslap's first major big bad, and he gets introduced in a big way in this issue. Now, per usual with our releases, Godslap will have one standard cover that will always be restocked, as well as, this time, 3 variant covers. These have all been done by some extremely talented artists. Every time we do variant covers, we assemble the Avengers of incredible art. So these variant covers are a limited stock, so each one of these will have 6,000 units available, and then they'll never be restocked once they're sold out. But the standard one always will be restocked. All of this is available at godslapbook.com. I'll put a link in the description. We also do have a digital download available, which is significantly cheaper than the physical copies, and it's there for anyone that just wants the convenience of reading it right away and getting invested in the universe. Also, this time around, Godslap is available in some physical locations as well, some local comic book stores, so that's really hype. Big shoutouts to Borderlands Greenville, South Carolina, Nowhere Games and Comics in San Marcos, California, Space Cadets in Conroe, Texas, Anyone Comics in Brooklyn, New York, Everyone Comics in Queens, New York, and Cosmic Monkey Comics in Portland, Oregon. So if you're in any of those locations, you can find Godslap at those stores. So big thanks to them. So yeah, we're all super excited to have issue 2 fully out there. Hopefully you enjoy it. Now I thought it'd be fun to do a little recap for everything that happened in the first issue here, just to get everyone up to speed with the lore. We start in a bustling and dirty neon-lit city named Montpelier, following a character named Darius through the rain. This guy is serious, imposing, and means business. Montpelier is a city nestled on the outer reaches of society and is home to all manner of debauchery and low-life individuals. Think of Montpelier like cyber slums filled with the worst society has to offer. Darius enters the popular nightclub that goes by the name of Elder Swan. We go inside and see some sordid individuals drinking the night away. The nightclub is home to those looking to forget about the dark and dirty life they lead outside the walls, so alcohol and drugs swap hands readily. One of the patrons stands in the VIP section of the club as he enjoys expressing his power over a waitress. He walks over to the edge of the VIP balcony and is immediately killed by a mysterious source. Darius comes into view in the middle of the dance floor as the body of the patron falls from the balcony and lands in the crowd. The crowd immediately scatters, and henchmen and enforcers surround Darius. He's a known figure to this group. Darius defeats them easily, using his overwhelming slapping expertise. Bullets are no match for the palms of his hands. Darius then takes notice that someone was watching through the CCTV camera. We then see the other end of the camera now, as a character known as Sal watches on. Darius then finger flicks the CCTV camera, which causes an electrical surge that travels through the cables and explodes the monitoring station, killing the operator. Darius finds his way to the surveillance room where he dispatches the final guards surrounding Sal, finishing them off with more finger flicks which blow their fucking head off. They share a brief conversation as Sal establishes that Darius used to be in his gang, existing as a brutal enforcer against all that would stand against the Elder Swans. Sal begs for his life, as he alludes to a mysterious group who would know if he was killed, and they would seek retaliation against Darius. With the smoke from his cigarette, Darius blows a mighty smoky hand that slaps Sal back against the table. Sal also tells Darius he knows about a boy. Darius delivers a killing blow against Sal, as Sal questions if the boy is worth Darius' life. The boy in question is named Aeus, and he's introduced on the farmstead. He's an adopted son of Darius, taken in at an extremely young age to be raised under Darius' roof on the waste surrounding Montpellier, hidden from anyone's gaze. Darius returns home and the two have a brief conversation about Darius' whereabouts while Aeus finishes repairing a fence. He asks Darius if he could go to Montpellier to collect some parts that Darius failed to collect. Aeus, tired of being restricted to the farmstead and growing more and more defiant with age, takes the Lancer, which is a land-speed vehicle, and speeds off while Darius curses in frustration. On the outer perimeter of Montpellier, a doctor performs a surgery on a scrap collector who was injured in an entanglement dealing with scrappers known as the Bloodhounds. The doctor is friendly and altruistic, perhaps naively so. The doctor hears an alarm. After saying goodbye to his patient, he enters his lab where a robot companion by the name of Pex is fiddling with some controls. A large, scarlet machine sits in the middle of the room with many vials of blood surrounding it. Pex alerts the doctor as to a potential anomaly, while the doctor frantically tries to make sense of it all. It would appear that a theory they had worked on could have potentially just been proven correct. The doctor sends out Pex to find someone important to them, while he ruminates on the potential of what they've uncovered. Meanwhile, Aeus speeds through the city as a scrap gang watches onward. They ambush Aeus for his Lancer, rich in high-tech electronics and parts, and Aeus fights back, displaying an enormous amount of raw power. During the fight, we see Aeus lose control of his own slapping power as he kills everyone around him, accidentally tearing off his own arm in the process, and he passes out from the shock. He wakes up to the carnage sitting in both theirs and his own blood, as his eyes reacclimate to the damage he's done. With his arm laying at his feet, Aeus can only think about how angry Darius is going to be with him. He gets up and walks a little further down the alleyway before again collapsing from blood loss. A long-haired girl shows up and asks if he can hear her. She helps pick up Aeus and responds to her questions by giving her a thumbs up with his own torn-off hand. She carries him to her vehicle as another mysterious figure watches onward from a building nearby. The mysterious figure wearing a high-tech suit leaves the scene as he traverses across the rooftops to his vehicle. He briefly talks to himself about a person by the name of Defister, implying that he's not going to like what's just happened. He boards his ship before taking off into the night sky. The destination is set to a giant skyship known as the Bicep, and the character is now established to be called Olfactor. It's revealed that Defister had placed the doctor from earlier's family under surveillance. He'd been tracking the daughter of the doctor, and when she encountered Aeus, Olfactor found it of particular importance to let Defister know about his abilities. Defister agreed, and after killing a prisoner, relays the order to send the men down for further investigation, and simply tells Olfactor to extend his diving board. So yeah, that's the story so far going into issue 2, and hopefully you all enjoy it, and that's about it. So yeah.